Published 1730 EDT, the 29th of August 2017. Updated 1731 EDT, the 29th of August 2017. England manager Gareth Southgate intends to keep his players together as long as possible during international weeks, rather than rushing them back to the clubs. Southgate is also introducing regular overnight stays following matches abroad to avoid late-night travelling and ensure the players are better able to practice the following day. So, rather than return from Malta in the early hours of Saturday morning after Friday night's fixture, the England squad will stay an extra night on the island where they will train on Saturday before a more leisurely trip home. Gareth Southgate is also introducing regular overnight stays following matches abroad, and the players will also have an extra night at the Grove on Monday following the Wembley match against Slovakia, so that Southgate and his coaches can use next Tuesday, which is still part of international week. The England team will also spend the Sunday night of the game in Lithuania after next month's final qualifier there. The thinking is that Southgate only has his players for brief periods during the season and wants to make the most of every opportunity. The timetable also means there is less opportunity for time off during an international week, as was granted after the Scotland game last November and the late-night drinking controversy surrounding Wayne Rooney that ensued. However, if England play a game on Tuesday at home or abroad, that will necessitate returning the players to the clubs straight after the fixture. The England boss wants to ensure the players are better able to practice the following day. The rugby home unions plus Italy and France have agreed to extend the Six Nations search for a new backer that was expected to be completed by the end of June. Even with the asking price rising to £15 million a year, there had been no expectation of such difficulty in finding a sponsor to replace RBS for such a blue-chip property, with Eddie Jones and his England side as reigning champions. England captain Dylan Hartley lifts the Six Nations trophy following the victory over Ireland. A big summer talking point for Premier League clubs has been whether there should be a separate disciplinary process for each competition so that a booking or a sending off would not impact on a player in another tournament. Even though it is not on the agenda, the issue will be discussed in the margins of the Place Clubs Summit next week. One positive is that the big clubs might risk playing more of the star performers in the co-competitions if there is no risk of a place suspension. Clubs will discuss if there should be a separate disciplinary process for each competition. The regular Sky Sports TV presentation pod was missing from Surrey's T20 quarter-final home defeat by Birmingham Bears. The satellite production truck, hired from regular suppliers CTV, was involved in a serious traffic accident at Marble Arch on the way to the Oval. A car, which collided with the HGV, veered off the road into a cyclist who was locking up his bike, leaving him with life-changing injuries. A Sky spokesman said the truck was not to blame for the incident. The regular Sky Sports TV presentation pod was involved in a serious traffic accident. Life is not such a blast. The England Cricket Board face a difficult task finding a replacement for NatWest to sponsor the T20 Blast tournament, especially as it will play second fiddle to the new, city-based tournament from 2020. NatWest are concentrating on the England team and are understood to have a clause in the new contract forbidding the ECB from signing up another financial services rival. This follows Dream Test sponsors Investec pulling out at the break clause halfway point of the 10-year deal because ECB had brought in NatWest. The ECB face a difficult task finding a replacement for NatWest to sponsor the T20 Blast. The size of the delegation at last season's Football League Cup final suggested Thai energy drink Carabao would prove higher maintenance title sponsors of the Football League Cup, and so it has proved, even after the huge negative publicity over holding two flawed draws for the tournament overseas. There is no guarantee from the Football League that Carabao will not demand yet another foreign-based draw after a fourth-round draw in the UK. There is no guarantee that Carabao will not demand yet another foreign-based draw.